What if the sun, the moon, and the seasons? What if they held a secret moral code? It's a wild idea, right? Well, in this explainer, we're diving into this incredibly powerful ancient text that does exactly that. It uses the perfect unchanging order of the cosmos as a measuring stick for the chaos of humanity.
So this is the big question we're tackling. What can the steady, predictable cycles of nature really teach us about something as messy as right and wrong? We're going to be looking at a chapter from the ancient book of Enoch, which, let me tell you, has a pretty direct answer.
All right, so to really get what this text is saying, we've got to start where it starts, and that baseline is what it calls nature's perfect unchanging order. So, we're looking at chapter 2 of the book of Enoch, and what's so cool about it is how it kicks off. It doesn't start with a bunch of rules for people. No, instead, it just tells you to look, observe the world around you. Look at the heavens, the earth, the seasons. The whole idea here is that everything in creation is following this perfect divine plan. And I mean, it gets super specific. It points to the sun and the moon. They never ever stray from their orbits. It talks about the seasons, how they show up right on time, every time, and how the earth just knows what to do, responding with rain and dew. Even the trees, the sea, the rivers, they all just do their thing, accomplish their tasks without fail, year in and year out. From the author's perspective, they are all in a state of perfect obedience. So you get the picture, right? The author is building this case for a universe that is completely predictable, orderly, and obedient. Everything in creation is steadfast. It does exactly what it was meant to do. Now hold that thought, because that idea is the foundation for everything that's coming next. And this is where the whole thing just takes a sharp turn. After setting up this perfect cosmic clockwork, the camera suddenly pans from the heavens right down to us, and we're about to see the one big exception to this universal rule, the human transgression. And this slide just lays it all out, doesn't it? It's such a stark contrast. On one side, you have steadfast nature doing its job. On the other side, you've got humanity. While creation obeys, humanity transgresses. The text literally accuses people of speaking hard words against this divine order that the rest of the universe follows so perfectly. That's a pretty heavy accusation.
And here it is. This is the verse where the shoe drops. After 7 verses just praising the beautiful harmony of nature, verse 8 pivots and speaks directly to the reader. But ye have not been steadfast. O ye hard-hearted, ye shall find no peace. Wow. The tone just flips, from this gentle observation of the world to a sharp condemnation. And that peace that's found in nature, well, it's explicitly denied to anyone who disrupts the order.
So let's be totally clear about this word transgression. What does it actually mean here? It's not just about breaking a rule, like speeding. In this context, it's way bigger. It means to actively defy the divine, natural order that the rest of creation just follows, no questions asked. It's basically choosing chaos over cosmic harmony.
So, this transgression, this one choice to go against the grain, it leads to a massive fork in the road. And that brings us to our final section, a tale of two fates. And man, does the text lay out two totally different paths. I mean, look at this divergence. For the godless or the sinners, their very name becomes an abomination. Their days are cursed, there's no mercy, no salvation. But for the righteous or the elect, it's the complete opposite. We're talking rejoicing, forgiveness, peace, and salvation. The consequences couldn't be more black and white. So let's drill down on this first path, the one for the hard-hearted. And listen, it is grim. According to the text, their days will be cursed, their life will perish, and their name will become an eternal abomination. Now, for an ancient audience that saw divine order as the foundation of reality, this was a terrifying warning about what happens when you step out of line. But then you've got the flip side, right? For the righteous, the future is, well, it's pretty amazing. It's a future of forgiveness, peace, and what the text calls a goodly light. They're told they will inherit the earth, and their lives will be filled with eternal gladness. It's a destiny of light, joy, and wisdom. So you might be asking, okay, how do I get on that path? Well, the text gives us a few clues. It says the elect will be humble. They won't transgress or sin because of ungodliness or pride. So it's a path that's defined not just by what you do, but by your attitude, an attitude of humility that kind of mirrors nature's simple, unquestioning obedience.
So when you boil it all down,
The central message here is actually pretty simple, but it's powerful. While the rest of creation is on this fixed, predictable track, humanity, we get a choice. And that choice, to either align ourselves with the natural order or to rebel against it, is what ultimately decides our destiny.
And that really leaves us with something to chew on, doesn't it? This ancient text found its moral compass in the perfect, unchanging order of the cosmos. It paints a picture of a world where right and wrong are as clear as the sun coming up in the morning. Which makes you wonder, for us, today, in a world that often feels anything but orderly, where do we look for our moral compass?